two guys, they already were at loggerheads last year, had some fantastic battles, absolutely incredible stuff, right up to the end of the season. And, you know, coming into this year, it looked as though it would be the pair of them. Of course, Max had the disastrous first round in Portimao with Angel winning both races, but it's certainly, I think, Jerez country here. You won here last year, and he's on pole position. He's the man to watch out for me.
Yeah, me too. He's going to be riding, surely going to be riding a bit angry since Portimao as well there, because it just didn't go his way at all that weekend, did it? A couple of crashes and only taking 11th place finish away, 5 points or so from that entire weekend for Jerez. It's not exactly what we would have expected from a championship favourite, but I'd love to see him rise up like the Phoenix, cross that line in first and take this championship battle to the other riders. There he is on the front row of the grid.
He is, the 15-year-old Spaniard. He only lies 13th in the points table at the moment because although he finished the first race, he actually come back from a crash. So he really has got to put in a couple of perfect performances here today. So he's starting in the best possible way from pole position. And I think Dominica had a really strong point with Marco Morelli and Jacob Ralston, the guys who qualified 2nd and 4th. They really are. Lies 11th in the championship table at the moment, but has qualified on 4th place. And there is the other side of the second row is I was going to say, it caught me out for a second. Yeah, the 16.
He got a new, very Euro-looking haircut this weekend. He's had the sides and back shaved in sort of a bit of a point down there. Got rid of any sort of mullet coming. He actually looks like Eddie O'Shea's twin now. They've got exactly the same haircut, and they're the best of friends too. So I said that was very cute of you, Eddie, to give me a haircut too, mate.
Well, he's 17-year-old. There's no spare bike for Boggio to rush back and get on. There are, you know, the normal regulation with the Rookies Cup is if you can repair the motorcycle, then you get to use it again, you know, in the qualifying or the practice or whatever. But they do have a couple of spare bikes available if there's a technical issue. But obviously that wasn't a technical issue for Boggio. That was his mistake, and unfortunately he's going to pay for that by missing this race.
A rider issue.
Yes, a rider issue.
And you can probably hear in the back of the microphones, I mean, it just gets very, very loud here, not just on the starting grid, but when the riders come behind us through turn 4 and into turn 5. You've got cork lining the commentary box here, but it's an amazing atmosphere around. There's no real commentary box like it is at Peter. Let's make it on here.
No, that's right. As you say, sitting sort of in the middle of the track, you know, with the bikes going behind you as well as in front of you. It's absolutely fabulous stuff. And it is an incredible circuit here. We've had a Rookies Cup race every year here, apart from the season that was hit by COVID, and we missed it. And the wind direction as well. That can make a big difference to those fast, sweeping right-handers down into that last corner.
And I suppose towards the end of this race as well, a temperature will be a factor as well. These are brutal conditions for our young rookies out there. It's going to be, well, the fittest riders out there who can handle the heat the most, who are going to be keeping control as best as possible. Marco Morelli, the last to line up on the grid. They're rolling to second spot. Seems like a little bit of confidence to me, Peter.
Well, that's right. And, you know, he's got Max Jerez and Nigel Vaqueros either side of him. They're a lot more used to leading Rookies Cup races. This is only his 3rd Rookies Cup race, and away they go. Not a good start for Vaqueros, I don't think. He's got it rolling now. He seemed to have a bit of a missed jump off the start, but he's certainly got it rolling. But it is Max Jerez who has the advantage into the first corner. Up the inside, around the outside goes Marco Morelli.
Absolutely sensational from the Argentinian. Is he going to lead the Rookies Cup race for the first time? He is. He sweeps across the front of Vaqueros. You don't do that to the championship favourite when you're a rookie. This kid's awesome.
Yeah,
looks up the inside of Ralston, but he cuts it to the inside of Morelli. He's up into second now. Is the Aussie as Jerez. Oh, nearly touches the back wheel and the thigh of Morelli. And look at that, Rouchet Moodley just behind them with the 83 of Carpe, a podium finisher from Portimao. They've got a good start as well.
Yes, and Pete Jerez then with the slightest of advantage here. There's the 11th of Rouchet Moodley. Cost him about 10 minutes of practice, and that may well account for the fact that he was a little lower than normal in qualifying.
But made it up already, hasn't he, as Dinesh up into 5th place already. I even say in one of the shows for tomorrow we talk about Hakim Dinesh, and he's one that we've had from Jerez there. So the fastest lap last time around was actually to Hakim Dinesh, number 13.
Yeah, no, that's right. And he didn't just, you know, he's chasing now for Jerez, but he didn't just tuck in. He's looking for a passing opportunity at every corner, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. As you see the 83, Carpe.
Polar opposites.
Yeah, couldn't be more opposite, as you like, really. Piqueras, though, strong links with ex-rookie cup champion Pedro Costa as well, so it was good to see him giving him some tips.
Long right-hander and out onto the back straight. Oh, superb camera work from the under-seat camera there, and it still is Max Jerez with the slightest advantage. In fact, well, you know, nobody wants to let this race run down to the last lap, and as I say, a lottery at the final corner. So if any of these guys can break away, they're really going to do it.
Yeah, he absolutely don't want to be on the podium by much at all, did he?
It'd be interesting to speak to these guys after the race, because Jerez was really happy with his motorcycle. He said it was, you know, had a bit of front-end chatter a little bit with a track limits warning. Well, we haven't seen him touch the green stuff too much, but race direction, say, giving him a track limits warning. Now, that could be crucial.
Fernandez also has got one, I can see on live time in the 54 down in 9th position.
It's not long really in terms of distance, but it's awkward, and he's really going to have to slow himself down.
Goodness
and
me.
he's got with
Rollstone, sorry, nearly clipping the back of Piqueras there.
So it'll be interesting to see when he chooses to, you know, his heart on his sleeve, when you know how he feels.
Right, I know. If he didn't care, I'd be worried.
Yeah, that's right. He certainly knows now that he's got the long lap penalty. There is Ralston. He, of course, is going to be gifted a podium finish, I would think, if those super fast right-handers again, and then the long lap possibility at the last.
No, I don't think he is. He's not going to. He's going up the inside. Has he even seen it? Is he thinking, oh, I'll just do it next lap? Is he, you know, if he doesn't take it before the end of the race, he's going to get black flagged or a second long lap penalty, isn't he?
Well, that's right. You know, I think he's supposed to take it within 3 laps, isn't he? Well, he's gone at least a couple of laps now. Didn't have to redo that penalty, I think. And now let's see if he can get back in just a lap and 3/4.
So we talk about this being an opportunity
for race.
Into turn 6 they come, the Dani Pedrosa corner. You got Piqueras still leading from the 83. Jerez closing in and stuff. I'm absolutely loving this from Jacob the Rolling Stone. He is brilliant, isn't he? It's like he's been in a million front battles. I just
look for the win, isn't he? This is the second to last time round this left-hander onto the start and finish, and they're going on to the last lap.
Yeah, there we go then. That is the penultimate lap completed. I know a bunch of Australians back there who hate that word, but I'm going to say it anyway as they come on to this final one. Go on, Jacob, you can...
From Carpe, Jerez looks to be out of this.
Yeah, could well be, but that would be a satisfactory, just sit there and take your fourth. You got round the outside, into the inside. Rollstone looks to the inside, though, breaking as late as he possibly can, but it's still Piqueras. Will experience come out on top over the youthful exuberance of brilliant. This is great footage from the onboard cameras. I'm just loving it. They are close enough. It's going to come down to the final.
That tight right, left hand corner. Who can hold it on the inside and get the drive out?
This is it. One corner to go. You've got to hang it out as far as you can. Rollstone to the inside. Is he going to get it? Come on, Jacob. He's sat it up.
No, but he's wide. He's drifted wide.
Get the roll.
It's going to be Piqueras. Surely Piqueras. Yes, the other two touch. And Jerez gets on the podium.
He is. Carpe. He tried to celebrate too.
Ralston did everything. He had to commit himself there, but he just couldn't hold the tight left-hander, the tight inside line, and it was Piqueras who had the drive coming out.
Oh, I just love that. I love that, and I love the Piqueras one again in that brilliant fashion, because he had to do it the hard way.
Piqueras.
But that doesn't tell the full story, does it?
No, but, you know, I said Jerez with the start line is not the same as the finish line.
But either way, that's also a lesson in shut up and get on with it. Don't wave your hands about. It's the final corner, for goodness sake. Jerez, though, I'm well happy for him too. That is a really smart ride. He'll pay attention a bit more to those track limits again, though.
Well, that's right, he will. The 200th race, and you have to get up early tomorrow, not to miss that, because it's an early morning race on a Sunday.
Not as early as normal,
with a 9:30 start, and the show's starting at 9:20.
Excellent stuff. Max Jerez out on to third, Jacob Rollstone into second, and of course Angel Piqueras into first.
And there he is.
That must be special.
Big cheer from the crowd, and he appreciates that, and of course the Spanish national anthem, very proud moment for any racer. And there is third place being awarded by Ale Aguila. She's a comedienne in Spain, very, very well known. Of Great to see her here enjoying the Rookies Cup racing. I'm sure she'll enjoy it again tomorrow. There's the man presenting the second place, that's Gazir. He was a runner-up in the International Redbull Batea competition. That's a dance competition.
All right, very cool.
Yeah, they're a cool bunch of people here. And the #1 trophy being awarded by Daniel Ilescas. He's a top model, good-looking bloke. And
incredibly tall.
Yeah, incredibly tall. Yeah, incredibly buff. Muscular. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, well, that was a fantastic start to the weekend here in Jerez. We've got another race tomorrow, as I said. The show's starting at 9:20, the race at 9:30. But until then, it's goodbye from Matt Dunn and myself, Peter Clifford.
Well, let's get a look at the highlights then. Max Quiles, Marco Morelli and Angel Piqueras take off for the front row of the grid and started on their own battle royale. It was Rollstone up from 4th place on the grid, and there he sat for just a little while before challenging for the win all the way to the line. It was the normal rookies freight train as they sent it around this iconic ribbon of asphalt as Amaury Mazera crashed out of the final turn. Just a little blip of the throttle and down he went. But he rebounded and finished the race in 22nd spot. Good on the young Frenchman. As we see then, Piqueras came across the line, followed by Quiles and Jacob Rollstone, but he was a bit too preoccupied initially with the riders all behind him as Alvaro Carpe came into the fray as well from a bit further down on the grid. You can't count the young Spaniard out of race-winning contention throughout the following races. There we have Alberto Ferrandez, followed by Guido Pini and the likes of Rico Salmela as well. We didn't see much of them in the race, though they had cracking rides respectively. Salmela finishing that ahead of that group in 5th place. Moodley was 6th and Ferrandez in 7th. This was Quiles though, taking that long lap penalty that you saw right at the last moment. He actually went off the track limits there on the exit as well. Didn't spot that at the time, Max. But anyways, this was the final lap, the closing stages of the race. I must admit, I love an underdog, so I was rooting for the man who's never had a Rookies Cup podium or win before. I wanted Rollstone to get that victory, but I'm just as happy to see, well, the young Angel Piqueras come across the line in brilliant fashion to take another victory in Rookies Cup. 3 in a row for the Spaniard at home in Spain. That was Rookies Cup race 1 here in Jerez. What awaits us in race 2? We'll catch you then.
Impressive rider Angel Piqueras tomorrow in race 2.
Well then, and he's super pleased with that. Careful, the bike's not that robust.
Yeah. And as I say, it'll be interesting to talk to him and see whether they did change the motorcycle at all after qualifying, because it's always a risk, of course. You know, the bike, if the rider feels he's got sort of a problem and he wants to change something, but it's very easy to make it worse.
Yeah, exactly that. No warm-ups, of course. So let's look at the final results even. Piqueras takes the win. Nearly 24 minutes of racing ahead of Jacob Rollstone. Alvaro Carpe, no, he's not 3rd. So it's Max Quiles who's 3rd. Moodley was... no, he wasn't either. You're going to have to ignore these, because these are quite different.
It's a lap before the end or something, isn't it?
Yeah, this is weird.
Well, yeah, because of timing it. It says 23 minutes and 56 seconds.
Anyways, I'm going to talk about the championship standings instead. It's a perfect 75 for Angel Piqueras. Alvaro Carpe is in 2nd place still with 43 points. Rico Salmela's actually moved up a couple of places into 3rd with 38 points. Akim Danish 4th, Casio Gorman 5th, Ruda 6th, Jacob Rollstone 7th, and Quiles in 8th. Then you've got Alberto Ferrandez in 9th place. See, I did do Quiles' championship a load of good, but he is 54 points off the lead. That is very crucial. Marco Morelli, where did he finish up in the end then? 11th place. What a race that was to begin with for him. But I think, to be honest, just off in the top 10 is still a great finish for a rider who's barely done any racing in the last 2 years. Moodley, 11th place, 18 points to his name. Then you've got Luciano behind him, Cheryl, Pini, Aditama,